progressed well, but it's a good opportunity for him to get in the rotation.
You talked about a pitch limit or a pitch count of about 90. What kind of expectations do you have for him going out there?
Well, I think it's important that we get as much as we can out of him, you know, as far as innings, because that always helps your bullpen. And, you know, on a day the other day where, you know, Andy didn't give us a lot of distance, we used, you know, the other two kids a lot, so it'd be helpful.
What did you like about, say, Stewart over Romine today, with Stewart catching Phelps?
Well, Stewie's, you know, a veteran, and he's been around, he knows the pitching staff, so you know, Stewie's gonna get a good amount of playing time here.
Is the Stewart-Romine situation going to be different than in Cervelli-Stewart? Because Romine is a guy who's still kind of working his way up, whereas, as you said, Stewart spent the whole spring catching all these guys.
You know, I'd given Survey about, you know, some weeks it was 4 out of 5, some weeks it was 3 out of 5, so I'm probably gonna give Stu, you know, his fair amount. I mean, my mind could change later on, but I'm probably gonna give, so it's not really different in a sense.
And then as far as Euclid goes, I know you talked about it tomorrow, but he just elaborated a little bit more on his injury and how he was pretty happy about the epidural and thinks that the time he'll
I was
spend...
never happy about mine.
Happy that the epidural was all he needed.
Oh, okay.
And thinks that the time he is due to spend on the DL is about all he'll need in terms of this injury. Do you still agree with that?
Well, I hope so. But as I said, backs are tricky, and we never know how exactly they're going to react. But our hope is that should clear it up and he'll be a player for us.
Kenny?
Joe, Hafner tonight against the lefty, just wondering, how do you want that tightrope now? He's hitting so well for you guys, obviously his injury.
Well, I think it depends, you know, how many days in a row he's went, in a sense. So this will be, I think, his 5th day in a row here. So I'm okay with that as a DH. You know, we were in a stretch of 16 days in a row, like we've been, and he had played it every one. I probably wouldn't be okay with it, but 5 days doesn't bother me.
Do you have a number in your head?
No, it's just kind of watching him and how he's doing.
Right here?
With all the injuries, what's your take on Robinson Cano's leadership role, not only in the lineup, but in the clubhouse?
We think that, you know, Robbie has taken somewhat of a leadership role just because of some of the injuries, and we also think that he's at a point in his career that he's secure in doing that. He has a young shortstop next to him. I think he's done a very good job with Nunez, since being his big brother out there, and I think that's real important.
Joe, is today is the day off for Gardner against the lefties?
Yeah, you know, just kind of choose who I'm going to share the days off against the lefties when we face them. Each has been hot, too. I mean, that's the bottom line. Each has been hot. So I chose to give Girardi a day today.
Anyone else? Anything?
Joe, with the production that you've got from Francisco, is there pressure on him when he does get an opportunity like tonight? You know, I mean, he hasn't really given you a whole lot so far.
Right. He's struggled. He's had some good at-bats, and he's struggled somewhat. And you don't ever want to feel, you don't want a guy to feel like, you know, every bat, you know, it's the end of the world. So just go out and play and take care of what you can take care of. And that's really all that you can do. Go out and have good at-bats. And people start talking about, well, when this guy comes back and this guy comes back. Well, there's a lot that can happen between when that guy gets back. So just go out and have good at-bats.
Juan has had a couple of good starts at AAA. I don't know if are you following his progress and what have you made of the reports?
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of detailed reports. From what I understand, the first start, he was throwing 87, 88. I have not heard a lot about this start. I did see the numbers; they were good. So, you know, I'll slowly investigate how he's doing. I think Grandy had a couple of bats today, an extended spring game. It would have been more, but as Tampa can do, it rains. I guess okay. So no news in a sense is good news. I'm not even sure what he did with his at-bats.